Fighting in again. Luton a yard quicker than Arsenal at the moment. Caton, straight to Steen. He probably had a little bit more time than he realised. But John Lukic must be wondering if his defence have stayed in bed. They're giving the ball away so unnecessarily. Was Caton the culprit on that occasion? But Steen, trying to take it quickly, got underneath the shot. Arsenal are making their substitution. Tommy Caton has gone off after that facial injury. And Paul Davis, with 22 minutes remaining in the first half, comes on. Peter Nicholas, Steen, Priest, left unattended. Harford waiting unmarked at the far post, and Anderson ruled that he handled intentionally. He was very close to David Priest. Luton have put players in the Arsenal wall. It's Foster's shot. And his header, and Steen, and Nwajobi. The goal was open. After Foster had knocked the ball down perfectly for Steen. Good block by Lukic. And Nwajobi put it wide when the net was beckoning. And it really should have been 3-0. Pat Jennings, who's leaving Arsenal at the end of the season. And next Wednesday night at Highbury, there's a special farewell match in Pat's honour. Arsenal against Spurs, kick-off 7:30. And a great opportunity to pay tribute to the goalkeeper who last Wednesday won his 110th cap for Northern Ireland. Nwajobi. Here's Priest. Steen and Harford trying to stay onside. Thomas. Robson has to concede the corner. Taken by Priest. And Foster. Climbed high above Mariner. Talbot wanted too long. And Steen, with the goalkeeper colliding with him, intentionally was the way the crowd saw it. John Lukic had his eye on the ball. And referee Neville Ashley has gone across to talk to the linesman. The ball is on the penalty spot. Foster has tucked it away, but that won't count yet. And Lukic concedes the penalty. The ball had looped up high, and Lukic was straying far from home to try and claim it. Now Harford scored a penalty against Manchester United here recently. He has the job again. And he scores again! It was the same technique he employed against Gary Bailey. And Lukic went the wrong way. Harford second, Luton's third. And a 3-goal cushion 5 minutes into the second half. Alinson. Luton's caught for a moment, still celebrating. Seeley needing a second bite at it. Paul Davis was the Arsenal player trying to meet the cross. And it's a penalty here. It was a short throw out to Thomas, who wasn't ready, and then Alinson went down. And it's Arsenal who have the penalty now with Charlie Nicholas. Straight down the middle, 3-1. Arsenal have a poor track record with penalties this season, but Nicholas made no mistake. Now, what difference will that make? Harford. Has it given Arsenal some semblance of a lifeline here? Steen. Lukic started to come and hesitated. Sansom sold him short in the end, and the goalkeeper redeemed the situation from Nwajobi. Characteristically under-hit by Sansom. Ricks. Nicholas. Easily past Foster. Ricks. Davis is unmarked in the middle. And that was desperately close. And Luton could have been punished for a lack of concentration then. Paul Davis with a header that just drifted wide.
Well, a 3-1 victory then for Luton. A timely one too, because every team beneath them lost yesterday. Stoke down, Sunderland almost doomed. It's still anybody's guess who'll also go down. One crucial game tomorrow, though, clearly is West Ham against Norwich City at Upton Park. Well, Arsenal certainly lost ground in that race for a place in Europe. Overall, it was a poor performance by them. From the moment Mick Harford scored that quick goal for Luton, in fact, they never really looked in it. And manager Don Howe was in a pretty prickly mood after the game.
We started off absolutely abysmal. I mean, they get a goal after a couple of minutes. And good luck to them, that's what it's about. I mean, you warn them of the dangers of the first 10 minutes. I think it's an old saying in football management, watch the first 10 minutes. They get down the left wing, and Priest gets a crossing, and Hartford and a couple of more players are in there, and it looks as though we're not going for it, and the ball's in the net. So it's a great start for them and a poor start for us.
Do you question the attitude of your players?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Very much so. You know, a set of players at this great club, the Arsenal Football Club, if 11 players, I mean, they've got a chance of being in Europe, and we've talked about Europe. I mean, being in Europe makes your season as a player and as a manager more interesting, because you're going to get drawn against the best teams in Europe. So you'd think they'd lay their life down to get into Europe. But you can see there in that first half, they weren't really bothered. I think half of them were asleep.
I was going to say, does that go for the whole team, or have you picked on individuals in the dressing room?
Well, yeah, but I wouldn't pick on individuals here.
But there is a lot of talk about your highly paid international stars.
That's right, well, and that's true, that's right. You know, if you are paying people a lot of money to perform, and I would think it's the same in show business or anything else, they've got to perform week in, week out, day in, day out. And we are so erratic and so inconsistent. There ain't one player in that dressing room going to get a better club than the Arsenal Football Club. So, you know, it makes you wonder really what they're after.
But they let you down
you've got to remove them. You've got to remove them. We have to work to remove them. If they want to perform and give and do a job, smash it. That's great. That's what it should be about. Week in, week out, home and away. That's what we want. That's what this club's got to have.
But what can you do in the way of punishment, if you like,
punishment
for players who don't perform, as obviously...
Well, the ideal thing really would be to fine them quite heavily, but we're not allowed to do that. Because they haven't done their money out there today, have they?
You know, I mean, really, they should. Thought that, yeah.
Well, that's right. I mean, they really should be embarrassed to go and pick their money up next Thursday. And I've told them that. And I have to go along the line. I should be embarrassed about picking my money up. I mean, let's get it right. It'll always come down to me in the end as well, and rightly so, because I'm the bloke who makes the decisions. I'm the bloke who has to get them to perform. But sometimes I just wish we could be a little bit stronger now with players. You know, I think life is too comfortable for them. I think there's inconsistencies in the game. And not only at the Arsenal, I think it's in lots of clubs.
Fascinating stuff. Don Howe then really putting the record straight to Martin Tyler. Well, that's it for this week. Don then pretty unhappy with that Arsenal performance. Unlike Luton's manager David Pleat, delighted with the points, of course, and afterwards he laid it on the line about his striker, Mick Harford, a striker seeking to catch the eye of Bobby Robson. Good afternoon.
In the last 15 games, he has been, and I don't like to praise people too much or too many superlatives, he has been the best centre-forward in the First Division over the last 3 months.
Nwajobi, Hill and Harford in the middle, and Harford! No wonder David Pleat is singing his praises.